All right, let's talk a bit now about using touchscreen controls in Windows. Now, you do not have to be in the tablet mode in order to use a touchscreen. It does help make the touchscreen experience a little bit easier if you are in the tablet mode, but it is not at all mandatory. So what you need to know though is, how does using a touchscreen differ from using a mouse and keyboard? So obviously it's not as accurate when you're using your finger to do things like scroll through the operating system, dragging applications around. However, all of that still does work. So your finger can work as an analog to the mouse cursor. So obviously when you're using your finger, you don't have a right click button on your hand. So what you can do in order to augment that experience is, if you just press and hold on an option, there's going to be a little dialogue or a little animation that comes up. So you see that square down there over the calendar icon. That's showing me that if I lift my finger, now I will see the right click controls. So this works anywhere else in the operating system. So you just press and hold, and that is how you'll get your right click menu. So when you're using a standard keyboard, obviously when you click into a text field, all you need to do is start typing on your keyboard. However, if you're using a touch screen and you're not in tablet mode, the virtual keyboard will not come up automatically. So what you need to do is go ahead and open up the keyboard using that icon down there. Now, if you're going to be using your device not in tablet mode very frequently, but you're going to be using a touch screen, what I would suggest is to press and hold on the taskbar and then enable this option here for Show Touch Keyboard button. So that will just make it easy for you to get access to that touch keyboard. Now, obviously, using tablet mode is quite a bit easier though. So if you go ahead and switch into tablet mode, when you enter into a text field, the keyboard will automatically open up. So that is one advantage of using the tablet mode when you are using a touchscreen. Now, managing multiple applications when you're in tablet mode, the way that works is, if you drag your finger down from the top of the screen when any application is open, you'll see that little animation happen. So if you drag all the way to the bottom and then release, this will close that application. If you drag an application to the left or to the right, this will snap it. So when you do that, you will see the other applications that are currently open. If you tap on one of them, it will fill the remaining portion of the window. And then as well, if you swipe in from the left side of the screen, that will take you into this task view mode where you can see all of the applications that are currently open. If you swipe in from the right side, that will show you the Action Center. Now, certain applications that have not been updated for Windows 10 yet, if you swipe in from the top of the screen just a little bit, you don't have to swipe all the way down to the center or the bottom of the screen, but if you swipe in just a little bit, you'll see additional controls for that application. So let me go ahead and find an example for you here. So this application, Tweetium, hasn't yet been updated for Windows 10. In Windows 8 and 8.1, there was a feature where you would swipe in from the right side of the screen, and then you would have additional options relating to that application. But that is not available in Windows 10 because that opens the Action Center. So what you could do instead is, if you swipe in from the top of the screen, you should see this little pull handle here. So when you pull down on that little handle there, it shows you additional options. So then you can click here to get to your app commands, which is this menu at the bottom there, and then you can also get access to your settings for that particular application. So what about the start screen? Well, in touch mode, the start screen or start menu is basically just expanded out to fill the entire screen. Touching on this menu button here will show you the most used applications and other shortcuts that you have here for things like settings and power. If you tap on all apps, you'll see all of the apps that you have installed. If you swipe up on this area of the menu, that will show you all those apps as well. So just a nifty little shortcut. So as we were saying before, a press and hold is the equivalent to a right click. So this gives you the right click options. You can unpin using this button up in the top right corner of the app. If you tap on the ellipsis, that gives you the option to resize or get to more actions. So that's it for touchscreen controls in Windows 10.